Hello YouTube, Rose here, and I'm bringing you my first ever video review. I wanted to talk to you today about the ending of Dragon Ball Super. As most of you know by now in the fandom, episode 131 is the final episode of Super, at least for now. We don't have any confirmation that Super is coming back that I know of as of right now, but it looks like it's all but confirmed we're going to be getting more. I mean, we have the new movie coming in December, but beyond that, hopefully we get another series back. This will be my first ever review, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit here. And any constructive criticism or feedback you have would be appreciated. So let's dive right in. Of course, the episode started off right where 130 left off, where we got to see the continuing fight between Universe 7 and Universe 11. And after that shocking twist with 17 at the end of last week, we now had 17, Frieza, and Goku versus Jiren. And wow, I really liked the ending to this whole fight. And the fact that it really only took up the first half of the episode. While it did feel slightly rushed, I really enjoyed seeing these three all take on Jiren and the ending. That little team up moment between Goku and Frieza, I think, really brought this whole arc full circle. I loved seeing some of the imagery, especially when Goku and Frieza charge right into Jiren and are fighting side by side. And towards the end, with Jiren's elimination, how can you not get a little excited seeing Super Saiyan? Not Blue, not Ultra Instinct, not God, just plain old Super Saiyan Goku and base form Frieza. Like the two iconic titans that destroyed an entire planet with their fight, now working together and grabbing Jiren and tossing him out at the cost of their own status in the tournament. Seeing Goku and Frieza pop up in the stands and then seeing Jiren pop up in the stands was a really satisfying conclusion to me. I feel like that was a really good way for them to actually end this whole Jiren fight without devaluing Jiren's power. Like, we actually got to see that it took Goku and Frieza literally throwing themselves out with him to stop this guy. Like, I think that would have been a lot better of an ending than it would have if Goku had just powered up again and just slapped Jiren out of the ring. And the fact that 17 got to win after all he had done in this tournament, I think was a really, really good moment for his character. And now let's talk a little bit about the wish and the aftermath. While 17's wish was a little predictable, well, the wish to bring all the universes back was a little predictable, I kind of like how the Grand Priest said, yeah, even Zeno predicted that that might happen. It just kind of shows that Zeno kind of represents the audience in a way. Of course, you know how they were all excited through all the fights and everything, but that kind of drove that little bit home that, yeah, this was a predictable ending, but that's really what the Zenos wanted, and I like that's how they kind of spun it. That they changed it into, yeah, the Omni Kings did destroy and wipe out all the universes, but they foresaw that whoever wins would be a righteous warrior that would wish everyone back. And then the Grand Priest also went on to explain that if the wish had been used for a more selfish purpose, that pretty much everything would have been destroyed anyway. But the fact that the Omni Kings were almost kind of counting on somebody coming and wishing everyone back, I think kind of was that last little push of no, the Grand Priest is not evil, the angels are not scheming, and no, Zeno is not Zamasu. Of course, we also had the adorable little farewell that the Omni Kings had with Goku. And one of the scenes that I really liked throughout the whole episode, or sequence of scenes, was where they went through and showed all the universes reacting to being brought back. And they knew they had been erased. Like, there was no memory displacement or anything like that. They all remembered that they had been erased, and they know that they were brought back. which I think is going to lead into more of this whole, well, maybe that Son Goku wasn't really this bad guy that we thought he was, um, now that all the universes are safe. And of course, amidst all this celebration, you had Frieza, who was just, of course, has to be a little bit of comic relief by like, oh, just send me back to hell now, because I'd rather be in hell than seeing everybody get their happy endings. And then, of course, you had Whis, oh, maybe you should be happy too, Frieza. And then, poof, Frieza's back to life. Did not know Whis could do that, or that any angel could do that, so I guess that's a handy trick to have for the future. And of course, after that, Goku and Frieza had to have their moment, just that drives home that no, Frieza is not a good guy now, as Frieza immediately said, well, now that you've brought me back, what are you going to do if I go around and do evil stuff again? And Goku's like, well, if you do evil stuff, I'm just going to have to stop you again. And so everything continues on, and it goes back to showing peacetime on Earth again. And I really liked the little party that they had where all the Z fighters and everything were together with their families. And of course, you see the little video chat with 17, who actually got to take his family out on his cruise. He earned that shit. Like, 17 was literally the MVP of this tournament and of this arc. And I'm kind of glad to see a character like 17 get some love. Most of Super so far has been the Goku and Vegeta show. Not so much as GT was literally Goku time, but I really like the Goku and Vegeta, the Saiyan dynamic that Super had. And that's really capped off by the ending. Of course, at the party that shows Vegeta get hit by Pan and Goku picking on him, and seeing where they've come from where they've started, and that now they are friends, they're Saiyans, and they end up in the same wasteland where they had their first fight, and they bring it full circle by them getting down into fighting position. But not before Vegeta actually pulls out the line from the teaser trailer for the Super movie coming out in December, where he says, the Saiyans have no limits. Of course, that being in response to Goku talking about how they can get much, much stronger. Which leads me to the one thing that I did not like about the episode, was the choice that they made with Goku talking to Vegeta. When they're powered up in Super Saiyan Blue and they're trading a couple blows back and forth, Vegeta asks Goku, what happened to your Ultra Instinct? And Goku's just like, oh yeah, about that. That was an accident. I don't know how I did it. Of course, we know that through the almighty power of marketing, that we'll be getting Ultra Instinct back in the future, but I really feel like that was kind of a cop out of trying to find a way to make Goku less overpowered. Which is also a good thing in a way, because it does mean they are planning to bring it back. And if Goku had Ultra Instinct or mastered Ultra Instinct, like, easily accessible, I don't think there would be a real threat that they could do. Unless somebody shows up that's stronger than Jiren, which honestly is pretty far-fetched. The last real point I wanted to bring up was Jiren's character moments towards the end. I really did like the exchange between Goku and Jiren right after the tournament had finally ended, right before Universe 11 is erased. Goku talks to Jiren and he comes up and says, hey, even after all that we've been through here, I really want to see you again. And then he tells him, I know you're going to hate this, but if you really think about it, we made each other stronger here today. And I think that actually kind of stuck with Jiren, because when it shows later in the episode, in Universe 11, after they've been wished back, Jiren and Toppo are talking, and Toppo tells Jiren, well, at the end of the tournament there, we all called out to you, and you stood up do we have a connection now? And Jiren kind of smiles. And then, of course, caps it off by saying, next time that we meet Son Goku and his friends, we're going to win. Just kind of showing that, maybe Jiren isn't going to be this loner anymore, and that Goku got through to him, which finally gives Goku the win that we've been waiting for in Super. Well, that's all I had. Thank you for watching my first review, and leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I will try to post some more content, and we'll see you next time.